Hello, I'm Josh.
I'm Ken.
And this is Ken and Josh Go to the Movies! We're back, bitches!
Yeah.
Back from vacation.
We're back with a special review of Iron Man.
Iron Man, yes.
Robert Downey Jr., Gwyneth Paltrow, Jeff Bridges, Terrence Howard.
Winter and spring season kind of suck for movies, but summer's always awesome.
Yes.
And we're glad to be back reviewing the big, exciting stuff, starting with Iron Man.
Start of the summer.
Iron Man, one of the best superheroes that they have not done a movie about yet. Robert Downey Jr. is Tony Stark, billionaire inventor who gets captured by Afghans and forced to build a weapon to support their Afghan terrorism thing or whatever. But instead, he builds himself an awesome suit of armor and escapes and decides to stop making weapons and instead help fight crime across the world.
Yes.
The origins of Iron Man.
Yes.
And
as kind of happens with any superhero movie that's about the origin, it's kind of a little slow, a little bit. It feels like this is the necessary story in order to get to the better stories down the road.
They're setting it up for a sequel, they're at a franchise, and expect more big and action-packed things down the line. This was a bit more character-focused, and a bit more kind of setting the story.
Yeah.
And to me, that works just fine. There's not as much action as you'd expect from a normal superhero movie, but we're really just following the development and character of Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
He's a great actor, cool character, great development, and basically just him taking responsibility for all the weapons he's made and caused, and trying to, responsibility for his actions as a capitalist American.
And I love the idea of a superhero that doesn't just fight crime in his local city or anything like that. He's going to save the world is what he starts to think.
Yeah, exactly. He's not just avenging his father's death or something.
Yeah.
He's stopping terrorism.
Yeah, and that's kind of a cool take on what is usually the same story over and over again.
At least for the beginning of the movie, and then it kind of goes into convention a little bit.
A little bit, but my biggest problem was it starts off really interesting, and it ends kind of interesting, but in the middle, nothing's really happening. There's no real story or plot. It's just he creates this suit of armor in Afghanistan, I guess is where he was.
Mm.
And then once he gets home, it's just kind of waiting for something to happen until at the end he has a villain to fight. And while I enjoyed the aspects of creating his character during then, it just kind of plodded along a little bit. All the other characters in the movie are not well developed at all, especially Terrence Howard.
I liked Gwyneth Paltrow's character a lot. Terrence Howard did not need to be there, but Gwyneth Paltrow's cool.
I liked her until she became whiny towards the end.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Anyway, I had to disagree on the middle parts. If you liked, the scenes of Tobey Maguire discovering his powers in Spider-Man.
Didn't. You
didn't. But this is the same kind of thing. It's him messing up the suit, discovering how it works, learning to fly, learning his strengths and weaknesses, and interacting with funny robots, and it's really entertaining.
It's a funny movie. I give it that. It's definitely a funny movie. There's only so much you can do with just a funny movie, though. It never gets as deep as Batman Begins, I guess.
It's not supposed to be Batman Begins. This is a more,
That's true.
This is lightweight summer popcorn entertainment,
yes.
and it's
if
not
that's what you want in a movie, you're going to enjoy Iron Man, I'm pretty sure.
Totally entertaining. Totally lightweight, but that's fine.
Yes.
It totally works for this kind of movie, and we see even bigger, better things down the line for it.
Yes. I'm still not totally sold on Jeff Bridges' character, though.
I love Jeff Bridges as an actor.
Me too.
But he didn't necessarily have a lot to do, and he was a little bit of a cartoon, especially towards the end.
It almost felt like they could have saved him for the sequel. They could have just built this idea of there's this guy working at the Stark Company that's evil, and maybe he's trying to take over or something, and it just focused on Iron Man trying to save the world for the first time. That would have been a lot more interesting.
Right, they established the terrorist enemy at the beginning. He's a good enemy.
He's just a character that needs a lot more development than he got. He just becomes the villain at the end because there was no one else. Yeah, they need more of that.
But anyways, robots.
Robots are awesome. I love robots.
Robots are awesome. There's robots in this movie, and they fight, and it's cool.
Yes. Look forward to many more robot movies in the future.
Absolutely. Got anything else? Show them already?
Great time.
Alright. I give this movie a robot. Robots are awesome. Therefore, this movie was awesome.
On a scale of Batman and Robin to Batman Begins, I give it around the X-Men Superman level.
How detailed is that? X-Men shouldn't be right there. It should be
it should.
way closer
is right
to there.
in the middle. X-Men's right in the middle.
You're so wrong.
No. And of course, you can never forget Meteor Man.
The greatest superhero of all time. When is his sequel coming out?
I'm still waiting, man.
You're leaving the fans hanging.
Yes.
Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll be around all summer, probably.
Hopefully, yeah.
So I'm Josh.
I'm Ken.
This is Ken and Josh Go to the Movies.